You bought the coin. It went up 40% in 2 days. You felt like a genius. And then it dropped 60% overnight, and somehow you bought more. Sound familiar? This is not a story about crypto. This is a story about your brain and why it was never built to handle money. Crypto didn't create these problems. It just made them faster, louder, and more expensive. Before we get into the science, I want to tell you a story. In 2021, a 24-year-old put $1,000 into a small crypto called Luna. Within 8 months, that $1,000 became $100,000. $100,000. He quit his job. He told his family he had figured it out. Friends asked for his tips. And then, in 3 days, Luna collapsed. Not dropped. Collapsed. From $100,000 to $412 in 72 hours. And here is the part that matters for this video. He saw it dropping. He had time to sell. He did not sell. Why? Because his brain told him it would recover. Because selling meant admitting the $100,000 was gone. Because he had told his family he figured it out. His brain was not protecting his money. It was protecting his story. And that distinction cost him everything. This is what your brain does in crypto every single time. Now let's understand why. Let's start with the moment every crypto investor knows. The coin is mooning. Everyone on social media is talking about it. Your friend who never understood crypto suddenly made $8,000. And your brain does something it was never designed to do in financial markets. It panics. Not the useful kind of panic. The ancient kind. Your amygdala detects that others are gaining resources while you are not. In prehistoric terms, this meant your tribe was getting stronger while you fell behind. Falling behind meant danger. Danger meant death. So your brain fires the only command it knows. Catch up, now. This is FOMO, and it is not a personality flaw. It is a 200,000-year-old survival instinct running inside a 21st century trading app. And it is costing you money every single time it fires. But FOMO is only the beginning, because when your coin drops, your brain does something even more destructive. It lies to you. This is called loss aversion. Discovered by Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky in the 1970s, their research showed something that should terrify every investor. Losing $100 feels psychologically twice as painful as gaining $100 feels good. Twice as painful. So when your crypto position goes red, your brain does not say, this is normal volatility. It says, emergency, fix it, now. And the fix your brain suggests? Hold, no matter what. Because selling means admitting the loss is real. This is why people hold a coin from 50,000 all the way down to 800. Not because they believe in the project, because their brain cannot process the loss as real until it is too late. Now let's add the third weapon, confirmation bias. You bought a coin. Now your brain collects only evidence that supports that decision. Every positive article gets saved. Every negative analysis gets labeled FUD and thrown away. You interpret every price movement as confirmation you were right, even when the chart is screaming the opposite. This is not stupidity. This is your brain protecting your worldview from collapse. In prehistoric times, a stable worldview kept you alive. In crypto, that same stability will destroy your portfolio. Now here's the moment I need you to really hear this. Most people don't lose money in crypto because of bad trades. They lose it because they cannot stop. This is dopamine addiction. Every time you check your portfolio and it's green, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical released by gambling, social media, and addictive substances. Your brain does not crave the money. It craves the feeling of the green candle. And crypto is the most perfectly designed dopamine machine for the human brain that has ever existed. 24-hour markets that never close. Infinite volatility that keeps your brain permanently on alert. Real money consequences that feel like a video game. The market does not need to beat you. Your brain already did. You are not trading the market. You are trading against your own brain. And right now, it is winning. Now I want to talk about something nobody discusses. Why do people come back after losing everything? Think about everyone you know who has lost big in crypto. Almost all of them came back. Not because they studied more. Not because they had a new strategy. Because their brain told them something very specific. This time will be different. 3 words, 4 syllables. Infinite damage. Your brain generates this thought automatically after a loss because of something called the sunk cost fallacy. A sunk cost is money you have already lost. It is gone. It cannot be recovered by investing more. Rationally, you know this. Your brain does not care because accepting the loss as permanent triggers the same psychological pain as physical injury. So your brain invents a story. The story says, you have not truly lost yet. You have only lost on paper. If you come back and win it back, it will be like it never happened. This is not logic. This is your brain running a gambling loop. And the gambling loop has a very specific structure. You lose. The pain of losing activates the need to recover. The need to recover generates, this time will be different. This time will be different sends you back to the market. You lose again. And the cycle repeats. This is why the most dangerous moment in crypto is not when you are losing. It is immediately after a big loss, because that is when the gambling loop is loudest. That is when your brain is most convincingly lying to you, and that is when most people make the trade that truly destroys them. Not the first loss, the revenge trade, the all-in after the wipeout, the borrowed money, the second mortgage. This is the gambling loop completing itself. And it is not weakness, it is neuroscience. The same brain structures that drive gambling addiction drive the crypto revenge trade. Understanding this does not make you immune, but it gives you one thing, a moment of recognition before you make the trade. And that moment is everything. Now, what do you actually do about all of this? Because understanding the problem is not enough. Knowing you have FOMO does not stop you from clicking buy at 3 a.m. Knowing about the gambling loop does not stop you from making the revenge trade. The first solution is to make your future calm self the decision maker. Set your rules when the market is calm and you are calm. Write down, I will sell if this coin drops 20%. I will not put more than 10% of my portfolio in any single position. And the most important rule of all, after a loss, I will not trade for 48 hours. That 48-hour gap is where the gambling loop dies, because the urge to revenge trade has a half-life. If you wait long enough, it loses its power. The second solution, make emotional decisions harder to execute. Delete your trading app from your phone. Only trade on a laptop during specific hours. Friction saves money because your impulsive brain is lazy. The third solution, separate your identity from your investment. Most people in crypto are not just investing money, they are investing their identity. When the coin drops, it doesn't just cost money. It feels like an attack on who you are. You are not Bitcoin. You are a person who currently holds Bitcoin. That distinction will save you from the most expensive decisions of your life. The dark truth about crypto is not that the markets are manipulated. The biggest threat to your portfolio has never been outside you. It lives between your ears. Your brain evolved for scarcity, social competition, and immediate physical threats. Crypto hands it volatility, social proof, dopamine, and infinite stimulation. The result was always going to be predictable, and it has nothing to do with how smart you are. The next time you feel FOMO pulling you in at all-time highs, or loss aversion keeping you in on the way down, or the gambling loop whispering this time will be different, pause. Name what is happening. This is FOMO. This is loss aversion. This is the gambling loop. This is my brain. Not wisdom, not insight. My brain. That moment of recognition is the only edge that has ever actually worked. Not a strategy, not a signal, not a chart pattern. The edge is knowing your enemy. And now, you do. If this video made you think of a specific trade you wish you hadn't made, good. That discomfort is your brain finally seeing itself, and seeing it is where it starts. Like this video if your brain just made you think of a bad trade, and I will see you in the next one.